All right, today we're going over the most disgusting and rewarding push workout you've ever done. It's guaranteed to get your results. Might even put a little hair on that lower back. So let's not waste any time. Let's turn that toaster strudel body of yours into something great. Let's get after it. So as you can see, I got a lot of new shit. Now, I'm not going to run through it today. If you want to make a separate video covering some of the stuff I got, happy to do that. But the reason for that is because the next program is going to be a full gym program. So I equipped this place with stuff that everybody has at their local gym. But I really wanted to highlight the fact that I met the most phenomenal older couple that made all this possible. They started off doing one-off pieces out of the back of their van. Now they have this giant warehouse in California with every new or used piece of equipment you've ever seen. They even have people come and set it up for you. It was an amazing experience, unlike every single one I've had on OfferUp. No, I don't want to buy angel dust. No, you can't tickle my balls. Can you just tell me that lat pull down and then spin around in circles for 10 minutes until you get dizzy enough to forget where the fuck I live? All right, so we're starting off with a little bit of cable work because the biggest issue I found with people training their chest is they don't connect with it. They go to press and they feel in their anterior delts, their triceps. They might get a little bit of tingling in those nipples, but that's about it. Now, what we're doing specifically is pre-exhausting the muscle, which isn't a bad thing because it's going to keep you from pressing a stupid amount of weight and hurting yourself. I like to call it priming because really what we're doing is developing that connection and then going into the pressing movement. And the way we're going to do that is by doing it in 3 separate angles, starting with a low cable fly, bringing up halfway, squeezing across your body, and then a high cable fly. But the biggest thing is keep those shoulders back and make sure you're flexing and contracting your chest, not just throwing the weight down like an asshole. So for a pressing movement, we're going to set that bench up on a slight incline. And obviously, you guessed it, it's not going to be just straight sets. Because for me, that's kind of insulting. It's like me telling you not to wipe your ass with cheap toilet paper because eventually it's going to fail you, tear, and you're going to touch your own butthole. And you'll never forget that feeling. I'm sure you just felt it, didn't you? So instead, we're going to do them as rest pause sets. But not only that, we're going to hold 2 seconds at the bottom and top of each rep. So at this point in the workout, after the pressing movement, I love to bring back in a fly because there's so much blood in that chest that you can really feel an intense stretch. So whether you have a machine fly, you can tilt back and turn it into more of a decline movement. You have a Bosu ball, you can really open up and wrap yourself around, or simply just hop on a bench and do dumbbell flies, but make sure you cut that range of motion down so it's simply that chest and you don't have any wasted movement at the top. And to be sure this doesn't end well, let's turn it into a compound set with some push-ups. And I'm going to really arch that back, lean back, more of a decline push-up. It's going to be bad. All right, so the next thing we got to do is make sure we hit every head of that delt. That anterior delt, lateral head, that posterior delt. And we can't skip anterior delts just because you just did a bunch of pressing movements. Unless you're really fucked up and every chest movement you just did, you felt in your front delts, then by all means, skip them. So what we're going to do is grab 3 separate pairs of dumbbells, line them up, and run through them like the coveted and delicious elementary school lunch line. So the first one we're doing is for anterior delts. It's a seated front raise where you push those dumbbells together the entire time and lean slightly forward. And this one's easily represented by that carton of chocolate milk you used to get because if you fucked up opening that, it ruined your life. All you tasted was paper and tears. So same thing with this. If you lean too far forward, jumps in your lower back. If you screw up and tilt that head back, your traps engaged. So make sure you really find that perfect form and keep it in those anterior delts. And the next one's that oh so delicious rectangle shaped pizza because for some reason the fact that it was shaped like a rectangle made it taste better. And you took your time and you enjoyed it. We're doing the same thing here. A nice slow controlled side lateral. It's delicious. And the last one looks a little odd, but I wouldn't be surprised if you don't have the best connection to these over anything else you do for rear delts. And take whatever grip you connect with the most, whether it's pronated or supinated, and all you're going to do is take that dumbbell and flex straight back. And yeah, it's a little messed up, kind of like the way my lunch lady was, because she would say we had apple pie every single day, and you show up, and it's just these syrupy apples and cinnamon. There's no pie crust. I can't tell you how many times I got detention for saying, "You bitch, where's my apple pie?" So for triceps, I'm going to give you a little bit of freedom, which I already regret doing because I know you're going to screw it up. But what I found works the best is testing what you connect with the most that day and then just hammering it. Throw on your favorite attachment, do partial reps at the bottom, top, take a step back, pull the weight towards you, push it away, turn your wrist out. Whatever hurts the most is what you're going to do. Do 3-4 sets, push it to complete failure, and then either change the variation you're doing or change the attachment altogether. And it doesn't matter if the weight continually goes down. That's not what it's about. It's about pushing a ton of blood. And you can easily get 10, 12 sets in under 15 minutes, and it's the most painful pump you'll have all day. I'll be sure to leave the stats and reps in the description, and I actually will this time, and a link to the wonderful people I got this stuff from if you want to check them out. Also, if you haven't got a chance to check out the program, I'll leave a link in the description as well. It's 30 days, 20 videos, $20, pretty damn simple. It's a bro split that will ruin your life. You know, the notification bell is a lot like a clitoris. A lot of you haven't found it yet. Don't think just because you subscribe, you did a good job. That's just the hood. There's a little bean underneath.